Hi guys, Ryu here with Latitude for Blender. In this one I want to show you how to design a vent decal. We are preparing a new pack, a decal pack with Josh. It's gonna be 40 decals. All of them gonna be vents, sci-fi vents. So I thought, I'm just gonna create one more, maybe drop it as a bonus. I had some of you asking me to create another decal video, so here we go. I'm gonna go for something a bit more complicated, okay? So the idea is to create something round with blades inside and, kind of like a ventilator or whatever, like a big one. So let's grab a circle and turn on this snapping tool here. Let's make sure we're in object mode, and then we can simply draw a circle. With shift and scroll you can adjust number of verts. And if you cannot, then K and slice. And if you cannot adjust this with the shift scroll doesn't work, you need to enable this shift scroll adjust circle. And by the way, I would suggest enabling those two as well. Quite useful. Anyway, let's go here and see what we got. Let's symmetrize this across. So Alt X and D symmetry, and let's just simply combine these two faces and symmetrize it again and combine these two, and then we're done. Now let's extrude it down and scale it just a little bit, and we're gonna chamfer this because chamfer is where it's hidden. Let's mark it sharp and chamfer this. We can't do this, so 3 to clean it, and there were some verts remaining from the previous edges. There we go. That looks nice. Select this face, Q, and curve extract, and let's go up. In fact, you know what? Change of plans. What we're gonna do is we're gonna create like a blade. So deselect everything and go to view mode, and let's draw a blade here with N-gon. So let's draw a blade like this with an N-gon. Hold Control to, if the snap gives you grief, just turn it off and do it again. Hold Control and do something like this. And then we're going to create a shape. Alright, and let me see this. Let me move this a little bit further away here. And what we're going to do, in fact, you know what? Let's extend this face out here. So in orthographic mode, just extend it out here. Let's select this one. Shift D, P, and let's grab this and select over all of them, F, and then let's extrude it out. So somewhere here, and Q, and select this one and slash, and we can delete this. So let's remove this one. Let's see here. We're looking good, so we can sharpen it. Now this is way too thick, right? So we gotta, do something like that. And also we're gonna bend it. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's rotate it on X by 90. Let's apply the rotation, right? Let's go to Loco. Let's go to mesh tools and dice, and press Y for not Y, sorry, Z, Z and X, and this maybe is okay. Hold Shift and click. This will actually create a mesh out of dice, which now you can use to actually use a knife slice at any angle that we want, right? So if you, for example, wanted to slice this or dice this, not like this, but you wanted to rotate it a little bit, you can do it because you simply rotate the knives, okay? You align them with the geo. So let's go to Loco again, select both of them. You make it bigger, you align them with the geo the way you want, right? Which is important. And then your dice. So, oops, not this one. Knife. And there you go. you can create a really nice quad mesh or close to it with this method. Let's remove these because this edge is a mess here. We can remove this, and also this is way too close, meaning this will need to move. So move this one in here. Quite frankly, this one I would do something like this, probably, and remove this one from here. And we can remove these. That's a junk. I'm not concerned about the other side because I'm not going to be seeing that, but this should do. Now, what we could do is run the chamfer across this whole shape, or in fact not across the whole shape, but up to here, and chamfer this. But we're gonna get some grief from these edges here, so we will need to fix it first. Well, we technically could fix this, you know. We could even remove this, to be honest, and enjoy our life. So now it should work. And if it doesn't, we can always skip the bevel. I mean, chamfer. That's not that important in this case. But you know, a small one would be nice. How are we looking? Well, we're not looking too bad. We're not looking too bad. Could be worse. Could be worse. Well, this is pretty bad, but we can fix this. There you go. And this is pretty bad too. We can fix this. This one is a bit too close. Too close. Too close for comfort. Okay, so we're good now. Now we go into the formats. We go to hard ups and just click on this one. And what's going on here? Sharpen got removed. There you go. And control and right click and simply, you know, increase the angle a little bit. And there you go. And that's that. So let's hide this dice to cutters. And Shift 2 to hide the cutters. Let's now apply this to the mesh and RX minus 90 and apply the rotation. And then we're going to control click on this array, right click on the array here and increase the count to something like this. Now we're gonna have to rotate it. So let's just move it this way, and then we're gonna rotate it this way, correct? A bit more. That's too much. There we go. That looks pretty cool. That's rotated, right? So now I actually want to cut it, so it's gonna be a headache to do it with a array on. So I'm just gonna remove it and just array it again. And let's grab a end gun is fine, and simply, you know, let's just slice this a bit. Okay, so that didn't go through. There you go. This should work. And not this one. Let's just sharpen this and bevel. And you gotta be careful with bevel here because, you know, this is quite a sensitive geo. So let's remove this one. This is from the array and do it again. So go to array and let's just array this again. There you go. And now a PG. So everything is fine. So we can drop it a bit down, yeah, here. In fact, a bit lower. Somewhere here. That'll do. And now we're going to select the face in the bottom and sort of, you know, extrude it out. And we're going to grab this loop and drop it in here, and then in face mode, EM macro, and insert it inside. So it goes like this, and grab this edge here and chamfer it, and in fact we're going to run sharpen. So Control Shift click on sharpen to recalculate it, and that should do the trick. And insert it GZ, and we're good. It's a little bit too clunky for in my opinion. Maybe we can make it a bit less, you know, less German. So GZ, maybe something like this, and maybe we can do this, you know, insert it and extrude it down, scale it, see if it's gonna be any better. Yeah, that's a little bit better, a bit better of a design. So now we need some bevel on this one, right? So bevel this. It's a bit too crazy, so let's go with 9 segments. You want supple bevels on decals, but that's quite important. Also, I think the bevel is overshooting here, or maybe it's not catching. So what we're gonna do is switch bevel from angle to weight, and done. So that's that. And this one needs a bevel as well. This one does have a bevel. Okay, it's cool. It's a little bit too big, you know, so I'm just gonna make it a bit, you know, a bit smaller, yeah? Something like that. Perfect. So let's save it. Now, we need some kind of a, you know, it's actually still too big. There you go. We need some kind of a, I don't know, net or whatever on top. So what we're gonna do is grab this this circle, this one, right? And we're gonna go to hard ups and click on. We could grab a honeycomb from. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to edit and preferences and go to extra, not here, add-ons, extra mesh tools, extra mesh objects, this one. And if I remember correctly, there should be a honeycomb somewhere here. Diamonds, extras, honeycomb, there we go. So make it smaller, like this, or even smaller, and bring it in here. And we're going to array this, right? So array this on this axis, right? So let's see. Okay. Move it in here, and we're also gonna array this on the other axis. So press A to add another array, and you can add a second array with hard ups. So array this. Come on, what's going on here? One more time. Confusing. A to add a second array, and X. There we go. That's what I want. Perfect. And now we're going to array this on this axis, right? So, you know, make it big. And bring it back. And make it a bit bigger. And use this one to slice it. So, boolean and slash. And delete it. Not delete it. Wait a minute. Did it slash it? Oh, I think I need to, wait a minute. Let's grab this one and let's remove the boolean and let's apply all the arrays and then let's slice it, okay? So let's grab this one. That should slice it. Wait a minute. There you go. Boolean and slash. There we go. Now you're talking. And we're going to sharpen this, so apply the boolean. Then clean it with machine, so just press 3, there you go. And we're gonna make it a bit bigger, so it fits. So Shift 2 to hide the cutters. Oh, wait a minute. This went to cutters, didn't it? So we need to bring it back to the main collection. There we go. Make it a bit bigger. So, you know, origin to geometry, and make it bigger and sink it in somewhere here. I'm going to select this geo, and what we're gonna do is where is it? Right. Grab a loop and put it in here, and Control B and split it, and let's run EM macro on this GG and move it a little bit up. One more time. Move this a little bit higher and then split it. Okay, and then EM macro and move it outside, yeah, like this. In fact, this could be a bit thicker, like this. EM macro and outside, perfect. And now let's grab this thing. And where is it? Move it a bit lower, right? Somewhere here. And we need to solidify this properly. There you go. How are we looking? Yeah, we're looking pretty sexy. We're looking pretty sexy. So this could be a bit lower because it's clipping, you see. I don't want it to clip. If your PC struggles, just, you know, you can skip this step. But I like Bevels on my decals. I mean, you could just use some other kind of mesh on top of it. There you go. So let's see. I think it looks pretty decent. Let's make it 0.001. And that will do. And weighted normals. And we're gonna switch it to 100. Affect it, and we should be good. Okay, and then let's save this because reasons, and let's see how we're looking. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. So now what we need is some, you know, outer edge or something. Let's grab this one, Shift D, make it a bit bigger, and select this one and knife. Select this geo, and let's select this edge only and split it like this and easy and drop it down, and then switch it to individual origins, and yeah, just gonna work. Not really. Okay, so what we're gonna do is select this edge outside and scale it in orthographic. All right, and select this one and scale it out. There you go. That's better. Now we're going to select both of these and chamfer them. Sharpen. There we go. That's cool. What's going on here? Ah. Well, we can actually symmetrize it. Yeah, I'm gonna symmetrize it. So Alt-Z and symmetry and boom. And this should work. What's going on here? Some disaster. Press 3 to clean it with machine tools and we're done. Okay, how are we looking? We're looking pretty good. Alt-H to unhide it. Shift 2 to hide the cutters, and let's see how we're looking. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. So I think this could do, but you know, we could just add some more stuff in here. For example, let's grab a plane and rotate it and subdivide it. And just, you know, bend it a bit and apply the rotation. And let's curve it a bit more. And let's bring it here and see this curvature. Let's actually add some solidification so you can see what we're doing. So modifier, solidify. There we go. And now right click on this bend and, you know, bend it properly like this, right? Perfect. And make it smaller and move it in here. and bend it some more. So let me see this. It's a bit too much. Something like this would do. Make it a bit thicker. That will do. Maybe not so big, but we're going to apply Smart Apply, and we're going to sharpen this, and we're going to apply some bevels on the ends, right? Okay, and then we're going to bring it up and slice it. Difference. How are we looking? Well, it's too deep, but looks pretty cool. Come on. One more time. And GZ, move it up. Let me see this. The reason why this boolean doesn't actually work properly, there's a gap in here, you see, is because this geo is not manifold, meaning there is no closure underneath. We need to close this geo like this, right? And now it's gonna work. So GZ and move it down. How are we looking? Looking pretty good. So we're going to copy this to the top. Not a symmetry, but reset mirror with X, and there we go. So now we're looking pretty good. And we can actually apply this. So operations smart. So we need to sharpen this, and this is gonna be okay. And then this is a little bit too close. Run something like this, right? This would also work. So I think yes. So this is what we're gonna do, okay? Don't go too shallow on the angle, because you're gonna have problems with shading. Chihuahua, what is this? The bevel is too high. I mean, too crazy, I think. Bevel, let's make it a bit smaller. There we go. All right. So now what we're gonna do is select all these and unsharpen this, because we don't need this edge on the rim to be sharp. Select this one and delete verts. And we're done. How we looking? Let's grab these ones to cutters, yeah? Not collection. Cutters, there we go. And this one too, we don't need it here. Grab it to cutters. Yeah, looking pretty peachy, looking pretty peachy. I like this, I like this. I like this. Well, we could leave it like this, you know. We could still create some kind of like screws in here or not. So if you want to make it a bit more complicated, we could. So for example, what we could do is grab the box from box cutter and go to line box here and create something like this, okay? And then extrude it down. And if it doesn't create a wedge cut, just press W. And let's bring it to live, because I want to adjust it a bit. Let me see this. Let's make it smaller. And smaller, but Shift Z. And bring it somewhere here. Like this, maybe. Make it a bit smaller. And bring it closer here. There we go, that's what I want. That should work perfectly. Okay, and we got the same problem here, right? So if you want to have this, if you want this boolean to work, you will need to do something like this again. And this should work. Let me see how it looks actually. So this one is actually too deep, you know, so GZ and just move it up a bit, yeah, something like that. And this should do. And H, how are we looking? Well, it's not amazing. How about we gonna make it deeper and move it, move it here, like this, over this one, like this, and make it a bit deeper, and solidify this maybe. Hey, this could work, and we could actually bevel these edges, you know. So something like that, but maybe not so deep, maybe somewhere here. And now let's align this with this corner a bit better, and then click both, reset the mirror, and hold shift and just copy this across the shape. Looks pretty good. And let's sharpen this. This is gonna create some nasty issues. Let's see what's gonna happen in here. See what's happening in here with this mesh. We should be fine. Let's apply the operations and smart apply. We're gonna have to apply sharps in here manually, right? So let's recalculate sharpens. And we got some bevel overshoots in here. So what's going on here? This one is causing issues. That's one. Let me see this. These are too close. And these are too close, I think. The rest is fine. There's some problem in here too. What's going on here? There's some problem in here. I think double verts. But where? I can't see them. Let's just increase the view distance because I cannot get close enough. So the clipping is just too close. There we go. I think just the bevel size basically. Yeah. It's just too big of a bevel. It's literally breaking. The rest looks fine. Maybe a bit more, a bit softer, something like this. And now we can, you know, symmetrize it. So D, symmetry, and symmetry across, and we're good to go, I think. Yeah. What we could do, right, is select these to their own, to its own selection. So Control L, and we can create some kind of like an illusion of, like a clip or something, with which you could just detach this fan, right? So something like this, you know. Oh, we need to be in orthographic mode. Let's try this again in view mode and orthographic. Let me just cut it like this. There you go. So let's copy this across, or even, you know what, we could just align it manually. I can't be bothered with mirrors here. Let's grab this shape and not bevel. Let's sharpen this and let's chamfer these two. Okay. Well, in fact, we could just round them up. This could be actually a good idea. Yeah. Nice. I like it. So now what we're gonna do is simply select this one and symmetrize the cross, holding shift, and then you're gonna grab this one and reset the mirror and hold shift and mirror it across, and you're done. So let's see how we're looking, and hide this modifiers, the cutters. Let's Control plus this and unsharpen. And then let's select these faces and simply delete verts. Then what you want to do is make sure that this one is actually has weighted normals running on it. It doesn't, weighted normals. And you want to set them to 100 and bevel to affected. And here, we need to manually apply these edges. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. Okay. And in the very middle, what we're gonna do is we're going to combine this into one face. Let's just drop it down a bit. And what we're gonna do is drop an insert, okay? So this will do. Go to keytops, so Q, actually we can go here, and I prefer this menu. I don't know, it's just, I guess I'm used to it. But you can access this through hardups. Hardups inserts, that's what I want, and I want this, and insert. And if control snapping doesn't work, click on face and align to target, rotation to target, and this should do. There we go. Then geo to cursor, make it smaller and sink it in a little bit bigger. And also I'm going to apply one level of sub D and bevel, because it has to be smooth, a little bit bigger. There we go. And remove all the mats because we don't need them. Okay. Now, you could, we could create some kind of like a lighting or something. For example, here in the middle, we could, we could do something in here. So let's select all these faces and let's insert them. Come on. In fact, let's just grab these, the rectangular ones, and insert these. That's better. Nice. And let's drop it inside a little bit. It works. So now we need some mud here, and then we need another one here, right? So plus, and let's make it new. Then change to emission and change the emission to something, like this. Increase the strength, and then we're going to assign it, and this should work. Perfect. So there you go. And let's go back and Alt H. Okay, and save it. And I think we're done. So pretty cool. So what we're gonna do now, right, is we need to combine them. So we need to check if all the modifiers are applied. You need to apply this bevel, because if you combine two items, two objects, with a different size of bevel, they're gonna get merged and one of the bevels gonna get assigned. I'm not sure which one gets assigned first, but it's just gonna be a bloody mess. Weight normal, it's fine. So we're going to combine, let's apply this one too. And oh yeah, the displacement is a bad idea. Let's just go with the smart apply. Smart apply is the way to go. And this one, bevel 2, just apply this, and this one too, bevel, apply this, right? And the mirror too. So, oh yes, we need weighted normals on this one, 100. Now we need to think which one, which elements to combine together. Like these should be together, no brainer. This could be a separate element, right? The one inside. The interior could be combined with this one, right? So, this net could be combined with this easily, right? Okay. It's gonna take a time to merge them. And then we could combine the middle with the blades. Yes, we need to cut this middle of this net though. Let's go to local and let's Shift D this cutter and make it smaller, and we're gonna have to cut this one out. Alright, like this. Okay, and make it larger and drop it down here and select this, and difference. Okay, I think we're good to go. So let's save it again. And now we combine this one, which shouldn't have any. Right, let's apply the subdivision. In fact, let's apply the sub D and the bevel. And we can apply weighted normals at 100. Come on. Okay. Are we looking? We're looking good. So let's grab this one. In fact, let's just hide this. And not this one. This one. So, oh. This, wait a minute, wait. So this one is, so this one has to go with the background. I mean, it was the main thing. And this, the blade inside could be different color. There we go. So select the blade, select the outer part, and I think that's everything. Yep. And we can bake it. So let's go to machine. Let's make a test bake. We have emission, so we need to select it, right? So by default it's deselected, but you can actually save preferences. So I have it saved that, you know, it's anti-aliasing 2512 because I like to run a test bake and bake emission on. So you can set it up like that and just save preferences, you know, here. Right? So let's just bake this and see how we're looking. Alright guys, let's see this. So the way I do it is I select this decal and usually I shift D it, but in this case I don't have to shift D it because it's just a 512 version. Now what you want to do is you want to make this, you know, this sphere bigger and control to this so it's a bit more smooth, yeah, and then you just drop this, you know, in here. And we're gonna test it, right? So D and so W to get out of the box cutter, Alt, project, and then D and hold Shift and adjust it a bit. Go to your look depth mode and let's see what, you know, what we're dealing with here. So let's just bring it all up and see how the shading looks. Yeah, it looks bloody awesome. That's how it looks. Look at this beauty. So yep, we're looking clean. See, now there is no pulling on the edges here, and the geo is not being pulled because it's actually been physically inserted into sides. Now we're ready to bake this in the high res, easy. Now what are these? I wonder. These four. That is weird. Let me check this very quickly, yeah, because that is weird. Let's just grab this and see what's going on here. It's probably these. Okay. Tell you what we're gonna do. This is gonna be tough to fix, but of the how dense this geo is. However, we could do something like this. Select this one, Control L to select everything. Go to top view, orthographic, and simply scale this out. Alright, let's bake this properly now, yeah? So let's select the blades and then the outer part, and then let's bake it properly. It's gonna probably take a few because, you know, 4 million. So I'm just gonna press bake and see you in a few. Okay guys, looks like we baked. So let's see this one. Now I'm going to shift D it, okay? And the reason is that I'm gonna be adding, if this is fine, I'm gonna be adding this one to a library so I don't have to, you know, rebake it. Because you don't want to move the main, the baked decal, otherwise you cannot add it to the library in decal machine. So let's go here and see. Yeah, it looks really beautiful. So let's adjust the parallax. So D, and let's bring it to the top and then drop it a little bit down. You gotta be very careful with geo like this, okay? Because this is extremely sensitive situation here, because it's baking. If you pull it down, you see it's gonna pull down to the blades. Yeah, so you're gonna be very careful with the parallax in here, but it looks extremely beautiful, very clean. So let's grab this and let's go and edit. I can actually show you these vents if you guys want, if you guys are interested. So let's pop it on a on a proper color. So let's just drop some color in here like this. Now let's pop this vent on. So let's go here and pop it on and see how we're looking. So let's project it and let's adjust it. And how we looking? Yeah, we're looking bloody amazing. Look at this, looking bloody amazing. Extremely clean, beautiful. That's beautiful. So we're gonna go, guys. That's how you create complicated decals in Decal Machine with emissions. This pack, like I said, is coming very soon. We literally done. We just need to create some promo materials and some screenshots and whatnot. And I can show you a few of them. Some of them are simple, some of them are a bit more complicated. I only have the decals I created. Josh has another 20, so you'll see only half today. But they just design with basically sci-fi projects in mind. They're all vents. Most of them are non-emissive because they're vents, but some of them are emissive. Well, let's grab this one. Just typical vents, guys, but really high quality, really nicely done, with some cool elements inside, so looking pretty cool. Let me just change this clipping distance because I'm losing I think it's 2. When you have this clipping distance set so far, you're gonna see clipping on your decals, which is pretty nasty. So what else we have in here? We have that kind of thing, and then we have like a honeycomb thing, which is pretty cool. Where is it? Here. It's a very delicate pattern, but you can see there's a net inside too, so pretty cool, very elegant. You could drop it on floors or something, like I don't know, some steps, ship interiors, whatnot. So anyway, guys, this pack is coming soon. It's gonna be available on Gumroad and Blender Market, of course, and the Blender Bros. So hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thanks for watching. As usual, links in the video description to Decal Machine and other machine add-ons, and also to box cutter and hard ops, as well as tons of other add-ons on which I have videos, like keytops. Recently I've been playing with keytops a lot. It's a lot of fun. So have a look. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.